Just gotta keep at it. Yeah, I've actually been I've been trying to, one of the things I've been trying to, one of the steps I've been trying to do to improve my work is like follow more art people, or mainly follow more YouTube channels that does art. Like there's this one guy that I stumbled upon, and like he made me realize what was my biggest issue ever since, my biggest issue last year, but probably my biggest issue like after I got out of school, was that like I kept like doing other stuff, or like if I felt like I wasn't like I basically kept reinventing myself. Does that make sense? So like for example, like if I were ever decide to stop, if I ever decide to like this sketch I'm doing is trash, which I don't feel like it's trash. I think I'm doing a pretty good job right now, in my opinion. And hold on. He was like if I were to say I'm not feeling motivated about making artwork, and I was like, hey, maybe I need like a change of pace, like I would do something else. Like I would go try to make a comic, or sorry, I was reading your message. But yeah, I would like try to make a video game, or like I would try to do most of the things at the same time, which wasn't really very good. When in actuality, what I should have been doing is focusing more on my art and getting better at it. And if you want to know who that artist is, it's this I forgot his name, but he has his own school that he founded. I haven't really looked at it, but he's a pretty good artist, and like some of his art talks are pretty good. But yeah, just let me know if you wanna listen to it. No, it wasn't an art block. I mean, kind of, sort of. It wasn't more of an art block. It was more of like why I'm not, more of like why am I not getting noticed? Like why isn't people noticing my artwork? Why isn't people like you know, sharing my stuff like that? Cause I feel like I'm a pretty good artist, and I feel like I deserve a record. Not deserved record, but recognition is what I'm trying to say. Man, this hair is wow. But yeah, like today, for instance, like I posted a picture, a drawing I did. Actually, I don't know if you've seen it, but hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. But I posted a picture of Gil from Street Fighter 3, or he's a final boss in Street Fighter 3, and he was recently released in Street Fighter 5 like last month, I think. So I drew a picture of him, and like I think I've done a pretty good job on him. Well, not even just a pretty good job. I think I aced it, in my opinion. Here's the drawing. Oh yeah. So yeah. So I posted a picture of Gil, and then I had like a bunch of people. They weren't saying like how good the art was. They were just making like little jokes like, "Oh, he looks like Puri Prisoner from One Punch Man," and like a bunch of other dudes. Just joking. And like the first few jokes were alright, but like after a while, those people were like, it was kind of got annoying, but you know, I didn't really say nothing about it. But I mean, it's the internet, and I kind of expected it. But also like somebody posted a picture of the god, and like, you know, I'm not one to like say, I'm not gonna say that my drawing skills is better than this person. Like, it's, in my opinion, I think I'm better than that person, but while some of the people might think he might be better than me, I don't know. You know, art is subjective, so like my opinion doesn't really matter to you or me. But in my opinion, I think my art was better than his, but his got much more of a response to him. And so, you know, when I see stuff like that, it's a little just like there's a word for it, I can't, but like it makes me less motivated to make artwork. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, like I'm not too bothered by it. What was that? Did somebody follow me? Oh, anyway, yeah, I'm not too bothered by it, of course. Like I got a bit of a thick skin, but you know, it's just stuff like that. You know, it just demotivates you sometimes, especially when you want to do this as a full-time thing. And like, you know, you just gotta, like, for me, you just gotta hope, and I hope if anybody is listening to this besides you, Night Thrasher. But yeah, anyways, I did ask myself why, and mostly because, you know, the same reason why they would like, oh, he's kind of my guild drawing. They said that he kind of looks like that prisoner dude from One Punch Man. Just the internet, just being, you know, trying to be funny, trying to being the internet. But you know, it's whatever. But anyways, like, I know I gotta kind of go off track to what I was saying, but like, basically the dude is like, the dude from the video I was talking about. He was saying that like when he was starting out in his art career, every time he would get fired, he would basically reinvent himself. So like he would try to learn some new skill in order to, like, you know, get hired more. And so eventually he realized later that like his issue was, yo, this man's got a long ass neck. Got like a giraffe neck. Jesus Christ. But he eventually realized that like that was what he was doing the entire, that's what he was doing wrong the entire time. Just learning new skills when really he should have been getting better. So when I watched that video, I was like, that's kind of what I've been doing. So now I guess my resolution for this year is to, you know, focus more on my artwork. Stop trying to like do random stuff or get more skills or something. I should at least try to get good at one thing rather than being decent at one thing, if you catch my drift. So I kind of want to give him like a high top fade, but you know, I'm trying to stay true to the drawing. So I could give him a high top fade because that's kind of that's the vibe this man's giving me here. That 80s high top fade. So I could just end the drawing right here, but I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I definitely agree. I'm trying not to do that. Like, that was another thing the dude had said too. That like he was trying, like when you try to when you compare to like people, like as great as like, you know, Van Gogh and like even recent artists as Roboto and Chamba. Like you try to like the people you try to compare yourself to people you admire, you place this this unnecessary stress on yourself basically. And you're saying that like, you know, it's okay to like want to be like them or something like that, but you know, I forgot what I was to say, but it was something he said. It sounded more meaningful in the video, but basically the moral of the story is, you know, focus on like getting good at art rather than trying to be as good as your favorite artist. So starting here. Before I change it, for those of you that don't see, if you don't know what's wrong, if you don't see what's wrong with it, this part of his hair is too far wide out. See how like this edge is like kind of like extruding backwards. Kind of looks like he's like has Trunks Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan hairstyle, kind of. Oh no! I did not mean to press that button. Oh, looking straight, James, looking straight. Sorry, I had to fix something. I feel like I'm good enough to like draw my own comic, but I mean, hold on. That's how I was for a while, but I feel like right now I'm good enough to do it. Like I said, it's all about consistency. Cause like, remember like the dude that did One Punch Man, like even though he can draw, he just decided to like, you know, kind of just not try at all drawing, and like look at him now. He's got 2 series for Shonen Jump. One drawn by probably the greatest manga artist in this world, Yusuke Murata, and Mob Psycho, which is a pretty good series in my opinion. But you know, some of us have standards, so that's probably why. But I would agree that like, you know,
you don't want to see the base, nigga. I be hopping on the beat like it's comic and we mobbing in the street. I've been talking to the priest, know it's blessing in the prophet. I've been copping just for walking in this motherfucker. Please don't hit my phone, don't hit my line. No, hey, what's good? No, bitch, I'm fine. No, bitch, I'm trying.